Lewis Stevenson, a 26-year-old British influencer, tragically fell to his death while attempting to scale Spain's highest bridge, the Castilla La Mancha, without safety equipment. Stevenson, an avid adventurer known for his passion for roof-topping, the high-risk sport of scaling buildings and structures without any safety harnesses, was capturing content for social media when the incident occurred. He fell from the 630-foot bridge on Sunday morning, despite warnings from his family and girlfriend. Stevenson's love for thrill-seeking was no secret to those close to him. His grandfather, Clifford Stevenson, expressed deep sorrow from his home in Derby, explaining how they had all tried to dissuade Lewis from engaging in such dangerous activities. "We were always trying to talk him out of doing things, but that was the way he was," Clifford said. He described his grandson as an adventurer who sought personal fulfillment rather than fame or monetary gain. Lewis often undertook these stunts for the pure thrill, believing he would always come out unscathed. Lewis's girlfriend, Savannah Parker, was devastated by his death. The couple had been together for nearly a decade, and Savannah revealed that the last words Lewis said to her were, "Good night, I love you," in a conversation they had the night before the accident. Lewis had traveled to Spain on Friday with plans to return home the following Monday. Savannah said they last spoke at around 11:30 p.m. the night before his death, and he sent her a message the next morning at 5:30 a.m. to wish her a good morning. She didn't see the message until later and assumed he was attempting to capture a sunrise photo, unaware of the tragedy that had unfolded. Reflecting on their relationship, Savannah shared how Lewis's adventurous spirit often took him to dangerous places. She recounted a trip they took to Malta last September, where Lewis persuaded her to enter an abandoned building for a climb. Though terrified, Savannah went along, acknowledging how risky his exploits could be. She confessed that while Lewis loved the thrill of such activities, it was difficult for her to keep up with him. His love for exploration had taken him around the world, including an 8-month trip to South America the previous year. Despite her constant worry, she usually trusted that he would return safely, until this time. Tributes poured in from others in the roof-topping community, mourning the loss of a man they saw as both a friend and a fearless leader. One of his close friends, using the Instagram handle Louis_W1, expressed profound grief, writing, "Knowing you has been one of the greatest privileges of my life. Losing you is the greatest sadness of my life." He reminisced about their time together, scaling rooftops and creating memories, calling Lewis brave, funny, and caring. Another daredevil known as Vil1 Iani echoed these sentiments, praising Lewis for introducing him to a new understanding of freedom and inspiring him through his consistent creativity. Stevenson had built a following on Instagram, documenting his adventures across the globe. His page featured breathtaking, and often dizzying, photos of him perched atop skyscrapers in New York City, dangling from structures in Croatia, and standing on hotel rooftops in Mexico City. One of his most recent stunts, just days before his death, was a climb to the top of a stand at Nottingham Forest's football stadium in the UK. The tragic incident in Spain unfolded when Lewis and a 24-year-old friend attempted to scale the Castilla La Mancha bridge early on Sunday morning. Authorities later confirmed that the two men had not been using any safety harnesses or protective equipment. As they climbed the bridge, which reaches 630 feet at its highest point, Lewis lost his grip and fell after reaching about a quarter of the way up. His friend, though shaken, was unharmed and is unlikely to face any criminal charges. The local town council in Talavera de la Reina, where the bridge is located, confirmed the incident and reiterated that climbing the bridge is strictly prohibited. Councillor Macarena Munoz emphasized that warnings against such activities had been issued multiple times, and the danger of attempting to scale the bridge was well known. Stevenson's body was discovered by authorities around 7:14 a.m. that morning. Spanish police have launched an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the fall, and there are speculations that the weather may have played a role in the tragedy. It had rained heavily in the area before the climb, potentially making the bridge surfaces more slippery than usual. However, investigators are also exploring other possibilities, such as whether Stevenson may have passed out before falling. Savannah, who was left heartbroken by the news, revealed that she had been told by Lewis's friend that he lost consciousness shortly before the fall. According to the friend's police statement, Lewis had mentioned not feeling well and was advised to turn back, but he asked for a moment to rest. It was during that brief pause that he reportedly lost consciousness and slipped. Savannah speculated that her boyfriend's lack of food or water might have contributed to his condition, noting that Lewis was often so focused on his stunts that he would ignore basic needs like eating and drinking. Despite the tragic nature of his death, those who knew Lewis best said they were not entirely surprised by the outcome. His daring lifestyle had always carried a risk, and while his loved ones worried about him constantly, they had come to accept his passion for thrill-seeking. Savannah admitted that although she feared for him every time he left for another adventure, she had learned to trust that he would return safely until this final trip. For those left behind, Lewis's death is not only a personal loss but also a reminder of the fine line between adventure and danger. His family and friends will remember him as someone who lived life to the fullest, even when it meant pushing the boundaries of safety. The outpouring of tributes from the rooftoping community reflects the impact he had on others who shared his love for high-risk climbing and the sense of freedom it brought them. Yet, his tragic end serves as a sobering lesson about the dangers of such pursuits, especially when safety measures are neglected. As investigations continue into the exact cause of his fall, one thing is clear: Lewis Stevenson lived his life on the edge, literally and figuratively, until the very end. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates on celebrity deaths and news updates.